Alright guys, this is NYG Gliscors here, and I'm bringing you a team builder that'll be leading into a live battle, which is one of my first ever live battles for League format. So I hope it's as good as I try to make it. I'm not really too sure on things, just because I've never done a live battle, especially in League when you're trying to think of what you're trying to do and everything. Anyways, I don't have his team up, so I'm gonna read it off to you. It's Magirna, Metagross, Nihilego, I hate saying that name, Hydreigon, Dawnfan, Chestnut, Vikavolt, Gastrodon, Sneasel, Gligar, and Moltres. Something I can say from watching his League matches in the past is that his Hydreigon is always something to not mess around with. That thing is just power. Like, the way he preps for it he preps with it every week, it just does so much damage, and it can either be a pain to deal with or something that you just can't get rid of. Something also, Magirna is something I'm not really good against, just because Magirna has that snowballing effect of shift gear and then just gets all the soul heart boosts and sweeps your team, which is something that's going to be a really big of a struggle. Gligar with Defog, something I had to watch out for because I want to get this hazards up for things like Vikavolt and Moltres, and maybe even Sneasel if he brings it. Anyways, I'm just gonna get into the team because we are gonna be battling sometime soon. The first mon I have here is Ninetales Alolan. Pretty much Aurora Veil, Moonblast, Freeze Dry, Substitute. Substitute is pretty much there to substitute upon things like. Hold up, I gotta do something real quick on my UVs. Excuse me real quick. Anyways, I have Aurora Veil there just so some of my sweepers later can get the defenses up with Reflected Light, Screen Beam, and the Aurora Veil. Moonblast is up so I can deal with things like Chestnut, Hydreigon, and Sneasel. And I have the Freeze Dry for Gastrodon, Gligar, and just to get some good damage on Nihilego. We do outspeed Nihilego, meaning we can get Aurora Veil up if he does decide to lead it. And we should be able to live a Sludge Wave or Power Gem from it, unless it is Choice Scarf. In that case, we won't be able to. I could probably run Psychic or HP Ground over top of Substitute, but with the incredible special defense stat of Nihilego, it's not going to do a lot of damage. Anyways, we got Gardevoir Mega here. Pretty much running Side Shock so we can hit Nihilego from the defensive side, which it doesn't have really great in. Hyper Voice to pretty much beat down Mega Metacham and the other very weak mons like Sneasel, Hydreigon, and Chestnut. Memento so we can Memento into things. Pretty much we lower the stats of like Magirna or something. We go into either Rotom or Volcarona and blow the thing away with a fire move. That's the plan behind it anyway. And then we got HP Ice to deal with Gligar. And yeah, just to deal with Gligar because I know that thing can be bulky and doesn't really have much good special attack. I'm pretty much running a lot of bulk so I can live some hits that I need to. I'm only running 92 special attack because that's all I need to kill Nihilego with a Slide Shock, and that's all I need to kill Hydreigon with a Hyper Voice. As you see, if you can see with my team, he can easily run Choice Scarf Hydreigon, which is something I'm really scared of. Anyways, we got Charty Berry on Volcarona, pretty much for any of those random rock moves to live one from Nihilego, which I don't think we do. Actually, I know that thing can tank hits like crazy, that's why I'm trying to get rid of it before I go into Volcarona. Anyways, we got Quiver Dance, Giga Drain, Fire Blast, Bug Buzz. Nothing on his team wants to take any of these moves outside of Moltres, but Moltres cannot take a +2 Bug Buzz after rocks. So hopefully, unless he's running like max bulk, which is something he likes to do a lot because he just is incredible with the amount of EVs he can put on something. This is not going to be an easy match at all. Anyways, we got AV Hitmontop to try to live some hits from like Magirna if it's like an Ice Beam or something. We do get the Earthquake off of Magirna, which does about 30 to 40%. Rapid Spin to get rid of those hazards for things like Volcarona and Rotom Heat. Mach Punch to get some priority damage just because we have no other priority on the team, and Close Combat to weaken things like, well, Mach Punch is also there for Sneasel as well, and then the Close Combat's just there to do a lot of damage before we die. On to the next one. We got Toasted here. We got we're running sort of defensive Rotom Heat with just enough speed to outspeed Chestnut, and yeah, just enough speed to outspeed Chestnut, meaning we can Will-O-Wisp it, we can Volt Switch on it. Pretty much, we're trying to be the most annoying Rotom Heat as possible. Have to run Volt Switch and Overheat because they're really two strong stab moves. Overheat hits a lot of things on this team. Volt Switch gives us momentum. Pain Split is going to allow us to get health back. Will-O-Wisp is going to allow us to weaken Mons. Specifically the physically side of Mons like Sneasel and Chestnut and maybe even Donphan. Also, and then we got under a final Mon, the Registall here. You got Stealth Rocks, Earthquake, HP Ice, and Thunderwave. Thunderwave is there for things like Mega Medicham and Magearna. Everything that might not want to be paralyzed just because it needs speed to function. We have HP Ice for Gligar because Gligar is a ground type and would probably want to come in and do some damage on Registeel, or at least get rid of the rocks. Hold up, you can't find me on this thing. Anyways, we got HP Ice there for the Gligar and everything. We have Stealth Rocks to get him up, just to do some chip damage on everything. Alright guys, this is Monday Gliscor here, and I'm bringing you the Week 8 battle against New York Metagross, the coaches, ultraplayer. I was recording this game live, and then my recording decided to end up stopping. So you will be seeing the Teambuilder as I talk like I'm going to be live recording it, which I ended up live recording about up to turn 20, and then it just decided to stop recording as I noticed it on turn 30, and I was like, I don't know what to do. So what ends up going to happening is I'm going to be taking the Teambuilder portion from that video, and I'm going to be putting it in the Teambuilder before you see this part here where I'm talking about the battle. I do apologize that I was unable to record it, but there will be a live recording sometime soon. I will be trying next week's battle to be a live recording for week 9. There's only this match and 4 other matches until the end of the league. Currently, I have to win out and hope that no one in my division wins to even have a chance at playoffs. That's obviously without counting this match, because who knows who's going to win this match. Anyways, I pretty much have to win out. I have to win this match, and I have to win every other match and hope that everybody in my division loses. I do play Willie again, who I think is into my division, and I do play another person in my division again. And I play Casper week 12, who's not in my division, but I play him as a rematch again. So there will be a couple of rematches coming up in the next coming weeks. If I do realize I'm getting out of playoffs, you're going to start seeing some of the greatest meme sets on my team. Anyway, as you can see, he brought Magearna, he brought Moltres, he brought Vikavolt, he brought Nihilego, and he brought Chestnut, and he brought Donphan. Something that we kind of overprep for, as I did talk about in the Teambuilder, is that we overprep for Hydreigon a lot by bringing 2 Fairy types. We did prep for Magearna fairly well with 2 Fire types. I'm kind of mad that we didn't bring Manaphy to deal with Nihilego with like maybe an HP ground or something. It is extremely specially defensive, so maybe he's running like some sort of specially defensive set. We don't have to worry about his. It's just an incredibly like special thing, and like if we get I know we have enough HP to live a Sludge Wave on Gardevoir. We have enough HP to live a lot of hits on our Registeel, so hopefully we're able to take care of these Nihilego and Magearna, pretty much the 2 biggest threats on his team that I see. Who knows, with maybe an Agility Vikavolt, that thing could put in some work, because we do not have a ground type that we brought. Didn't really see him bringing Vikavolt just because I was expecting the Hydreigon over it, but I do see why, because I did talk about a lot to him about how well he did use Hydreigon, and that could probably be a reason why he wouldn't want to bring it, because I was going to probably over prep for it. As he probably saw my first 2 bonds on my team being fairy types, he can clearly see that I was kind of prepping for it. Anyways, we're just going to get straight into this video. We do lead the 9 tails of lowland to try to get our Auroravale up. Now, something you see from turn 1. There's no snow warning. Absolutely 0 snow warning. And that is a Jenny mistake that even I didn't realize in the battle, because though if you've ever played on the Draft League tier on that website, the whole background's red. So like the terrains and the effects like hail and sandstorm, you don't really see on that website. And I'm not trying to blame the website or why I forgot I didn't have hail, but like when I was looking at the battle, I didn't realize I didn't even set up hail because of the way it looked, and it's probably my fault. I should have probably checked that I had snow warning. Anyways, I didn't notice it at all. So I go hard into Registeel because I know he's going to flash cannon. No reason for him to try to predict it for turn 1. We are going to set up our Stealth Rocks here because that was the best bet. I know he was going into Donphan to get rid of them or set up ones of his own. I'm going to go back into Ninetales to set up Auroravale because he's either going to Stealth Rocks or Rapid Spin. Set up the sub so we can take the Rapid Spin. And then here's where I click Auroravale thinking I have hail, and I don't. And that Auroravale definitely would have helped me out because I would have been able to live 2 earthquakes and get rid of the Donphan with 2 freeze draws. I knew I could have lived 1. It would have only did about 85 and I was at 88, so I could have 2k'd a freeze dry there. But he does go into this thing, which I'm assuming it's incredibly specially bulky because that only took 12%. As he does show off the HP fire, predicting the Registeel to come in. That's a good play on his part. Anyways, I'm just going to set up the rocks again. There's no reason not to get him up. Vikavolt and Moltres get worn down by them, and it's just something good to have up. I'm going to go hard into him on top to pretty much take any hit he wants to go for. He does miss the Leech Seed, which is super unfortunate. We do get the Rapid Spin, showing we are faster than the Chestnut, excuse me. As we do then go into Rotom Heat because after the Leech Seed, I didn't want to deal with the Leech Seed being there. He is going to set up 1 spike, which is kind of annoying. We do miss the Will-O-Wisp, which is instant karma for the Leech Seed miss. Wasn't too mad about that because it didn't matter. It was only against a no-Hugo, which isn't really physically physically inclined anyway. Anyways, we are kind of getting weakened down on Hypnotile, which kind of sucks, but we are going to be able to Rapid Spin this spike away, which does get annoying. He is going to show Rocky Helm, which weakens our Hypnotile even more. Go into Ninetales to take the Rapid Spin because I know we can 2 a KO with Freeze Dry, and he cannot KO us with 2 Earthquakes because we are faster than it. I am going to go into Gardevoir, predicting him to go into Nihilego again, as he makes the play into Magearna instead, which was probably a better play on his part because I had a Gardevoir. My Gardevoir, like I said in the Teambuilder, can live a Sledge Wave from Nihilego, so that's why I went into Gardevoir. Anyway, he's going to Focus Blast, which unfortunately does miss. He goes for another Focus Blast and misses again, which is it's just really unfortunate that he's missing all his Focus Blasts because all that damage is essential for the Registeel. We did set up the Stealth Rocks, forcing into the Donphan. Here's where we go for the Thunder Wave, thinking he was going to stay in and go for another Focus Blast, and unfortunately does not work. And we get caught red-handed going for these Thunder Wave, going for the Thunder Wave that we have it, and now he knows we do. Anyways, I was expecting the Rapid Spin, and we luckily get the Flame Body to burn him, which will let us live any sort of Stone Edge it has, any sort of Head Smash it has. And as you see here, this thing just eats every sort of special hit. It's like Chansey 2.0. Anyways, he's going to go into his War Paint here. I was predicting, I actually wasn't predicting anything. I was going into Registeel to eat a hit from Nihilego. Anyways, I'm going to go into Rotom, which is my designated counter for Moltres. He's going to land a Toxic, which isn't too bad because I can Pain Split with that Toxic damage racking up and live more. I'm going to Volt Switch, showing that he is not a fast variant at all, and I wasn't calculating the special defense he had, but I could see he was more HP investment. Anyway, Volt Switch does 2 a KO. And we go into Registeel because I wasn't sure what he was going to go for. I kind of was scouting out maybe like a Hurricane or something. He does go for the U-turn to switch out into Donphan. I do take this to hit him with a, or he sets up Stealth Thorax, and I set up Stealth Thorax. Now I do take this time to hit him with a HP Ice. I know Earthquake couldn't even 4-hit KO us with the burn after like Leftovers recovery and everything. He is kind of getting weakened down by the burn, but I am going to set up the Stealth Rocks because he has more rapid spins than I have Stealth Rocks, but he dies to burn before he can get rid of the rocks. I see he's probably noticed that now, so he's going to go for the Earthquake and I knock him out with HP Ice, meaning the rocks are here to stay. Moltres will now die after the Volt Switch damage that was taken. Moltres will die to a Stealth Thorax coming in, so we pretty much already got rid of Moltres and Donphan, 2 for the price of 1 with that Registeel putting in the work there. Leech Seed unfortunately misses again. I really do want to click Overheat here and just blow it away, but I do Volt Switch out and go into Hitmontop here, I believe. Yeah, to take whatever hit that he wants to go for. He does just set up spikes, which we can easily rapid spin away since we're faster. He doesn't have Spike to shield as he's shown yet. He does set up the Leech Seed, which brings us down to 22%, and it's not something that's not a health that I want to be at. We do go into the Ninetales to do some sort of damage to this. He just set up another Spike, which at this point it's kind of inevitable that Spike's going to stay out with Hitmontop being at like 20%. It can't really come in with Spike and take a hit. And it can only rapid spin on Chestnut, which means I would have to either switch in for free or figure out a way to live it. Anyway, he's gonna go for the Flash Cannon instead of trying to predict it. Anyways, he's gonna switch out, not opt to go for any Focus Blast. He does sack off the Moltres just to scout out what we want to do and get into Koopa for free. His Chestnut. Anyways, we're going to go out into Rotom Heat, as he does set up the Leech Seed and actually lands this one, which does give him some nice health back. We could Overheat here and blow him away, but I'm still kind of scared of that, and we do go for the Volt Switch. As we then go into Hitmontop to try to either sack off Hitmontop. After the Intimidate, the Rock Slide does 7%, and we're going to Rapid Spin. If he wants to keep setting up spikes, pretty much he has to kill us to get rid of the spikes. Well, he has to kill us if he wants to get rid of us. So I was gonna keep rapid spinning until I died. I wasn't letting him set up any sort of hazards at all against my team. I'm gonna go into Guard of Wire, trace the Bulletproof. Not sure what that does really for me unless he's carrying Sledge Bomb on Nihilego. We are gonna Hyper Voice and get rid of the Koopa. No reason to try to predict anything. He does go out into Magearna, which I know I can't do anything to because I'm not running HP Fire, which is something I probably should have ran over HP Ice. We are going to go to Registeel as he just show off that he is Shift Gear Magearna, which is super deadly to my team as I mentioned before. And here's the Z move. It's the all-out pummeling, and bye-bye Registeel, one of the main counters to the Nihilego. Anyways, I'm going to go on to Rotom Heat. If he hits a Focus Blast here, we die. And he pretty much continues to sweep the rest of the team. I assume he has HP Rock. If he has HP Rock here for Volcarona and Rotom Heat, HP Rock does kill. He then misses another Focus Blast, which I feel really bad about because he shouldn't be missing these. We do kill it with Overheat, and that pretty much costs the differential there in losing Magearna. I do apologize in the chat because I did really feel bad about that. Anyways, I want to sack this thing off. Probably not the best bet because now he's +1 and we can't live a +1 Sledge Wave with Guard of Wire. Anyway, I was assuming that he was more specially defensive. Fortunately, that is not the case and he knocks us out with Sledge Wave. I have to hope that he... by then, it was pretty much hope that +1. I also did go for a Freeze there. Does not work either. And this thing ends up snowballing and getting rid of my whole team. So it was either this thing or Magearna. Pretty much after I lost Registeel, because if I had Registeel on my team, which was something I shouldn't even had at this point of the game because it would have died to like 6 Focus Blasts earlier. But if I would have had Registeel at that time, I could have came in, ate those Power Gems, and forced him to switch out into Vikavolt, who would have took Stealth Rocks damage plus HP Ice because that was the only thing I had to hit it. Which would have let me go out into Rotom Heat as another counter to Vikavolt. I actually never did get to see the Vikavolt or what it wanted to do. But like I said, there was no reason I should have had Registeel at that point anyway. 3 Focus Blasts to go, should have died. I didn't have any recover on it. I wasn't running Rest as a move on it. I had no recovery with it, so it was pretty much, I'm surprised it even lived this long, and I really do feel bad about all the hacks, just because that's just not how I wanted to play it out. Like, he played around the hacks really well, and the flame body did really help out, but I don't know if it counts as hacks or me, or I don't know. I just went out into the Volcarona to hope for the flame body, and it worked out, which, as you see, and they may get stealth rocks up for the rest of the game and knock out the Don fan. I don't know. I guess that is hacks because there's a 30% chance for the flame body, but I guess that's why it has its ability. I wish I could have got the Thunder Wave off of my Gearna instead of going for the Stealth Rocks, so maybe that would have been better, just so he couldn't Focus Blast me a lot. But I know so Focus Blast is 70% accurate. Aura Sphere probably would have done more damage, which is something he could have ran, but then it would have been a 4-hit KO instead of a 3-hit KO. I do see why he opted for the Focus Blast instead, but you know, it's all good. I'm not entirely mad at this game at all, just because there was no reason I should have even got that close to winning, because I did get blessed with like 100 Leech Seed misses, all those Focus Blast misses. So yeah, this thing is power, and when you see it not drafted in a league, the first thing is that you just think of its really low defense stat and its really low HP. Actually, don't think it really has a low HP at all. Just because, I don't know, what is its HP stat? That's something I gotta check up on. But I actually kind of really like this mod. Now that I see it put in work, and because it can gain special defense, it can gain speed, it can gain special attack, but it's just really fair on the defensive side. But when you think about it, Buzzwole is all physical attack, defense, and HP, but it has 59 special defense. People still draft that thing, and when you see this thing not get drafted, you're just confused on why. And clearly he knows how to use this thing because it put in work. I'm actually gonna look at its base HP stat right now and figure out what it is. Its base HP is actually 109. Is that serious? Its base HP is 109, that's actually incredible, letting it hit 422 at max HP investment. The only thing you have to watch out for this thing is obviously earthquakes, but I didn't really have an earthquake spammer outside of a scarfed Zygarde, which could have probably put in work against this team, but did get walled by Gligar, got walled by Chestnut, and got walled by Donphan. I don't know. That could have been a set I could have ran, but obviously he could have had Ice Beam on Shift Gear Magearna just for that reason. I really had nothing for Shift Gear Magearna, and I knew it was coming. There was no reason why he wouldn't run Shift Gear. Just because, like I said, I have nothing for it. Yeah, so I hope you guys did enjoy. I will be starting the MBL this week. It will be going up, so pretty much what I'll be doing is I'll be putting the MBL battles up on either Saturday or Sunday. I don't know the full schedule yet. Teambuilders will be going up on Pokecrafters, and battle will go up on mine, and then we'll alternate every week, kind of like the real MBL if you watch that. This league is obviously still going. I'm not quitting. I don't know if I've made that apparent, even though I am doing really poor. At least I'm not quitting, and that's something I can keep true to, that I'm not going to quit just because I'm going dead last. If I win one more game, maybe I don't get dead last, because I know Troy is in the same boat as me, but he's ahead of me because he beat me. Anyways, that should pretty much wrap this video up. There's should be a video going up. I actually don't have a video going up Monday just because I am, while you're watching this, on a bus, or yeah, I am either on the bus or at DC right now. Not entirely sure how long the ride is going to be, but I'm obviously not here, and there will be no video going on Monday, and I don't get back till Thursday, meaning that a lot of my battles in some other leagues that I don't do on YouTube will kind of have to be postponed, and I am going to be playing my Week 9 battle super late, and same with the MBL. So hopefully I can fit that all in between Thursday and Friday. It is going to be pretty busy, but I'm not really going to try to be thinking that while I'm away, just because I want to kind of get some time to relax while I can. Just get some time to relax and not have to think about all my responsibilities with YouTube and everything, you know. Just try to get through it all. Anyways, I'm just going to wrap it up now that I'm rambling and talking about a whole bunch of things that you probably already clicked X off. But if you're still here, I do appreciate it. Anyways, I am the Muddy Gliscor, the coach of the 1-7 New York Gliscors, and I'll catch you guys later.